Welcome, everybody. This meeting is called to order. Lori?
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this very, very special day where we honor this year's recipient of the Farley W. Wheelwright Citizen of the Year Award, Guadalupe Álvarez. Well deserved. I am Nori Oxenberg. I'm your MC for this morning. I'm a member of the committee that puts this award together. And I would like to acknowledge the dedication and hard work of the other committee members. Our fearless leader, Stu, where are you? Stu, there he is. Darling, Robin Loving, and Jose de Anda. Wherever you are, Jose, thank you so much for all the hard work. Of course, we thank our President Lee Carter for leading this organization, and to our audiovisual guru up there, Diego Vargas, and his teammate. It takes a village. We are deeply grateful to all of you and the hard work that you put in. It is very heartfelt. We would also like to thank the Biblioteca for the use of this amazing space. We are so lucky to be here. So thank you to the president, Deborah Broussard, and its director, Marie Moibes, and to Karina, who takes care of the theater. Thank you. Let me tell you briefly about the importance of this award. In 2007, under the stewardship of David Bossman and a fine group of other folks, some of which are no longer here, the Rotary Midday Club of San Miguel de Allende started the Citizen of the Year Award. We have been doing this ever since, and this is our 18th year. Yes, you can give an applause for that. So this award was named by Farley W. Wheelwright, who is an amazing humanitarian and who spent most of his life mentoring and helping others. Farley is no longer with us, but he did live to the rape age of 99. So that was amazing, yeah. So this award is only awarded to a non-Rotarian member of this community. This person has to be the best example and best represents the ideals of Rotary. There were, of course, several candidates nominated, and then we voted amongst the members of the club, and we produced a winner, Guadalupe Álvarez. I am now going to invite Lee, our president, Lee Carter, to come up and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. I'm remind you at the very beginning to please silence your cell phone or turn it off. At the beginning of every Rotary meeting, we have what we call the four-way test, and today Andrea Spessard is going to come up and do the four-way test. Andrea.
Good morning. We members of the Rotary Club of San Miguel de Allende-Midday are among 1.2 million Rotarians in over 200 countries. We are very proud of our association with Rotary International, which is celebrating its 120th anniversary this year. Our motto is service above self, and we are honored to serve the community of San Miguel and people around the world. Each week at our meetings, we reinforce the guidelines with which we strive to live each day in our personal, professional, and Rotary lives. Please join me as we say together our four-way test. Number one, is it the truth? Number two, is it fair to all concerned? Number three, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Number four, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And here in San Miguel, number five, is it fun? Go ahead. And now we welcome Stu to provide us with some inspiration this morning.
Good morning, one and all. As a writer, I've long been interested in etymology, which is the study of the roots of words. Often this is just trivia, like the word trivia. They used to, in the Roman Empire, post signposts where three roads intersected because there was a lot of pass-through traffic, and then people could take that information back to their respective communities. So trivia, tri, three, via, roads. So, what I wanted to share with you today was one that I've always enjoyed, which is why all the months are misnamed. Now, the root for December is DEC, which means 10. You're probably familiar with the decathlon and decimeters. September and November are a little bit like less used words, but October is an obvious one because we have octopus and octagon. It's the 8 month. So what happened is Julius Caesar and Caesar Augustus added months to the year. Now, when Caesar took power, the calendar was so out of whack that he had to add 43 days to 1 year just to bring it up to speed to where it should be. But the reason that they didn't add the months after December is that those are months of lean. If there's going to be a famine, it's going to happen in the winter time. So they didn't want to be associated with the years of lean. So they chose two of the choice months, July and August, right in the middle, thereby bumping everything after so that the calendar has been out of whack for the last 2,000 years. To drive the point home, I want to say that it is never the wrong time to do the right thing. In this case, update the calendar such that we're still using it 2,000 years later. But sometimes it pays to sweat the details, and you shouldn't let your ego get in the way. Thank you.
I now call Robin Loving up to do a Rotary moment for us.
Thank you, Nori, and welcome everybody. We in Rotary refer to Rotary moments when we stand in awe of something that represents an outstanding community service. We call these radical acts of kindness on occasion. Think of any time you've been captured by a moment of awe and then multiply that moment by many. That's the life so many of us Rotarians actually live. And our recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award today creates those moments with fine examples of selfless service. She, like all of us here today, understands that helping in small or grand ways leads our community to greatness. Best city in the world, say international travel magazines over and over and over again. We truly have a Pueblo Mágico, a magic town. Oh, just little things like women's empowerment make it that way. Rainwater harvesting, hospice care with the first hospice center in all of Mexico, named for our own Lee Carter. What are your deepest community values? What are they worth to you? What is the overall worth of our community health worth to you? Every Tuesday, we in Rotary say a little inspiration, remind ourselves of our values, and we pass the basket to earn a few shekels to help do good work in our community. When we do that today, we hope that you will remember the magic moments of your life, the Rotary moments we call them. Today, as we celebrate many of those Rotary moments and the Citizen of the Year and all of our former Citizens of the Year, we hope that you will give us the opportunity to continue making life-changing moments for others. As our ushers pass the basket today, we thank you for your generosity.
Well, it's always exciting for me when we get ready to do this event and I have to start communicating with the recipients of this award from previous years. Somehow we cross paths many times during the year, but it's always, always great to see that they take this seriously and they come all that can. And so in the back of your programs is the full list of all of the recipients starting with 2007. But I'm going to call the ones that are here, and I'm going to ask that each of you please stand when I call your name. face the audience and salute so they can see who you are, and it'll be a wonderful reminder for later for pictures. So in order of the ones that are here, Robin Loving in 2009. Patricia Palacios Cortez in 2012. Gracias. Ezequiel Mojica in 2014. Our beloved, beloved Betsy Davis in 2017. A woman that continues to do, well, they all do, but a woman that continues to do incredible things in the community, Doctora Grace Lim, 2018. Our dear, dear, dear Susan Page, 2019. And someone who got us through one of the most difficult periods that all of us have lived through, which was the pandemic. We have Jessica Frickley Stone in 2020. Mirna Montes in 2021. Our dear Leticia Fernandez Noyola, who led the Red Cross for 10 years. And the most recent, prior to today, member of this exclusive club, Bill Wilkerson, 2023. I've done this a couple of times, but I have to tell you that I've never been so emotional about today. And that's because Guadalupe and I have a history, and I've had the honor of sharing places with her and doing things. So if I get emotional, please forgive me. I'm going to start by sharing a list with you of some of the amazing contributions that Guadalupe has had and made to San Miguel de Allende, to Mexico, to Indonesia, to Kenya, to Zambia, to many places in Africa and many places around the world. We are sure that this list is not complete because whenever someone has a need, she's always there to help. Here in San Miguel de Allende, and for more than 30 years, she has delivered blankets and toys in December to rural communities. She volunteers and/or gives support to, listen to this, Amigos al Cien, Apoyo a Gente Emprendedora, BASMA, Biblioteca Pública, Casa Hogar Santa Julia Don Bosco, Casita Linda, Delirio Project, El Maíz Más Pequeño, Feed the Hungry, Fundación Comunitaria Don Diego, the Girls Empowerment Program, which is part of Rotary, Jóvenes Adelante, Mujeres en Cambio, Patronato Pro Niños, San Miguel Community Foundation, Santuario Felino Rey Ashoka, Sociedad Protectora de Animales, and VOW. That's only a small sampling of here, okay? So, Guadalupe has been responsible for things like helping make the mural at the brand new building for hospice care by Mitigare possible. She's given donations to the Lirio project to help with the situation in La Presa. She donated and helped remodel and retrofit an entire food truck to complete with kitchen appliances to Basma. She has provided tablets to Girls and Mujeres en Cambio program. Along with Laura Leticia, she sent tablets to the Rosario Library in Oaxaca and also paid for Starlink at the library so that the women in rural areas could study. During 2017, when that terrible earthquake took place in Mexico, and along with 3 other people, she went to the isthmus of Tehuantepec to help. And when she saw the destruction, she raised money to build 100 houses. She has also donated sheets, televisions, and other supplies to an orphanage in Celaya. She has paid for countless operations for people who could not afford them, and the list here in Mexico goes on and on. Around the world, She volunteers or gives support to an organization called AZO, Blink Now Foundation, Game Rangers International, Project Luangwa, Rainforest Network, Save the Elephants, Too Young to Wed, United Nations World Food Program, Umaha Children's Home in Kenya, and the World Central Kitchen. Along with her children, she donated a school for 350 children in Zambia, including the supplies, the uniforms, a soccer field, and more. There, in those parts of the world, she has made donations for women in those rural areas to start their own business. She donated menstrual kits for the girls and for their mothers so they could have dignity. She donated a generator for the Discovery Center of Game Rangers International in Zambia. With the Save the Elephants, she donated a scholarship for a woman who finished her degree and is now starting another one. She gave prizes for bike races for women. With the Time and Tide Foundation, she sent tablets to kids in Madagascar and donated menstrual kits for the girls in the lower Zambezi and in Zambia. With the Game Rangers International, she also donated kits for the girls and the mothers in the rural area of Lusaka. At the Omaha Children's Home in Kenya, she donated uniforms, backpacks, and other school supplies for about 80 children, and also donated the solar panels and had them installed at their facility. And again, the list goes on and on. Guadalupe, we cannot leave mentioning, is the founder and the creative talent behind Penzi Weddings. And we know that this is a very, very big part of her life. Born in San Miguel de Allende, she studied communications at La Universidad del Nuevo Mundo in Mexico City. She strongly believes in showcasing the beauty of this magical town in the heart of Mexico by using the talents and experience obtained from her extensive background in the event and product production, making her one of Mexico's most innovative event producers. However, she has used her business for doing good around the world as well. Guadalupe does all of this very quietly, never publicizing anything anywhere. She is truly an amazing citizen of San Miguel de Allende and of the world. You will now have the pleasure of seeing some of these contributions in a little presentation we put together for you. And there's going to be a couple of short videos in the middle of the presentation, and they were taken in Africa. There will be loud noise, so I'm just warning you so you don't jump out of your seats. But maybe you will. Maybe you'll get a glimpse. So, Diego, if you can please roll that video.
Today we come together with our hearts full of joy and gratitude as we inaugurate a new chapter in the education of our children. I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this special occasion. To the district commissioner,
Now you understand why Guadalupe Álvarez is the 2024 Citizen of the Year at the Midday Rotary Club. For those things that we were ever able to capture, and for so many other things that we couldn't get a lot of pictures from her. Many of them, she wasn't in them because she said, I just go out and do what I do. And sometimes I don't capture it. And I said, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. So we can give her another big round of applause. Earlier today, a couple of people asked me, what is Rotary? And I know that there are a lot of new faces here, and some people may not really understand and why this is so important. But Rotary is a global network of 1.4 million people around the world, neighbors, friends, leaders, with over 35,000 clubs around the world, just like this one. We consider ourselves problem solvers who see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. Here in San Miguel de Allende, the Midday Rotary Club, works hard to put every peso and every dollar donated to fund many, many programs, such as the Girls Empowerment Program, the Water Catchment Program, the Dry Toilet Program, and many, many others. If you want to be a part of this change and the change that the world needs, I would like to ask you to join us one day and come here to the Biblioteca, to the Sala Quetzal next door, and we meet every single Tuesday at 9:30 and talk to one of us and know what it's all about. This is why for us it's such an honor to be able to give this award every year and to give it to someone that's not a Rotarian, but that is doing amazing, amazing things here in our community and around the world. I am now going to call Terry Kavanaugh up to stage to, and Lee Carter to present to Guadalupe her award. And after that, she'll share a few words with us as well.
So we present this plaque to Guadalupe, the Rotary Club of San Miguel de Allende-Midday, 2024 Citizen of the Year Award, in grateful recognition of Guadalupe Álvarez for her outstanding contributions to the community, presented with gratitude and admiration on March 18th, 2025. You are in position. You may say that.
Well, I hope I don't cry. Good morning, Midday Rotary Club members, Lee Carter, Terry, Nori, my family, and esteemed guests. I am deeply humbled and honored to be here with you today. When Terry informed me that I had been nominated for the Farley W. Wheelwright 2025 Citizens of the Year Award, I was truly speechless and, to be honest, a little overwhelmed like I feel right now. Many of us help our neighbors and friends every day without expecting recognition. I have always believed that kindness and generosity should be second nature to us as human beings. Growing up, I was taught the saying, your left hand should not know what your right hand is doing. In other words, we should help others without seeking praise or acknowledgement. However, a few years ago, a conversation with a friend shifted my perspective. We realized that sharing even the smallest act of kindness can inspire others. It is not about boasting, rather it's about showing what makes a that making a difference doesn't require extraordinary efforts. Sometimes the simplest gestures can help others feel seen and valued. I remember being about 10 or 12 years old when my family was going through difficult times financially. Yet, during the Christmas season, my father, Javier, would ask me to join him as we drove around town. He would hand me a few envelopes. I never know how much money was inside. I don't think it was much because we didn't have much ourselves. We would stop at different homes and he would say, ring the bell and give them this envelope. If they ask who sent it, just say, you don't know. He would park far away so they wouldn't recognize him. For the ones that don't know us, we've been in San Miguel since 1912, so we're locals. Sometimes I would ring the bell at a non-school, sometimes at doors of people I've never met. I don't remember how many years we did this, or if it was just one, but the impact it had on me was enormous. My mother, Andrea, was the one who many, many years ago started buying blankets and toys for those in need. It is a tradition that we continue to this day, not as a way to feel better about ourselves, but as a way of sharing what we have. I have been blessed to be born in a country, a city, and a family that made me feel safe, where I never suffered hunger or war. When I was young, our community looked out for each other. San Miguel has grown and things have changed. But when the pandemic hit, we became a community again. So many people in this town stepped up to help others. I believe the worst thing is when people don't see you, when your struggles go unnoticed. But during that time, San Miguel saw the needs of its people, and that was one of the happiest moments of my life. I am grateful beyond words for my family, my friends, my colleagues, and even for completely strangers who, in times of need, have come forward to help me help others. This award is not just for me. It belongs to everyone who has supported this journey. To those who donated money for blankets, for sweaters, or shampoos for mothers in rural areas. To those who has contributed to cancer treatments or donated bread. Every small act has made a difference. There is so much to do to make the world a better place. At times, the task feels overwhelming. We have our families, our personal struggles, our work. There are days when it's tempting to turn inwards and not think about the immense needs of others. But I truly believe that if each of us commits to even one small act of kindness, we are on the right path. Yes, there's large foundations and nonprofits making a big difference and an impact. But I hope my small contributions serve as a reminder that we all have the power to help. Like Anna Frank said, nobody has become poor by giving. Thank you. I'm honored.
Bravo, bravo, bravo. I like the standing ovation. We really underplayed this just a little bit because of her humbleness. But truly, if we were to really do the program, we would be here for hours. Hours. I am not kidding. Well deserved, Guadalupe. Well deserved. We are so happy to share this moment with all of you. And next, we are going to invite all of the previous recipients to follow Guadalupe outside along with Lee Carter for photographs. Our photographer would like to do them in the outside of the building because the lighting is beautiful and because we have a beautiful yellow wall in this historic building. So we're going to take opportunity of that. While the guests then, please join us in the room next door, which is called Sala Quetzal. We will enjoy some punch and cake. ¿Ok? Pastel y un poco de ponche para todos, terminando aquí. Y después podemos felicitarlos a todos. De nuevo, un gran aplauso. A big hand again. And let's join and let's celebrate next door. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for helping us honor a truly deserving person. Se acabó.